Good evening, this is Tenanis Human, and welcome back to our Teutonic Rebels campaign here on Medieval 2 Total War. And you join me at Magdeburg, where last time, oh yes, we took out the Imperials, killing off their family, gave us, well, several cities actually. Hof and Prague fell to us, as well as Magdeburg, and with it, well, a fair few units popped up for us too. Imperial Knights among them, very, very welcome. A few halberd militia as well, good fun with their spear wall. Oh yes, we can certainly make use of some of those units. The Polish saucepan is on its way to presumably come and take us out. We do not have access to the things like trebuchets and cannons, so yes, they could be a little bit irritating for us to deal with. We won't always be able to cheese the bridge battles like we did over at Magdeburg, but there we are. If the AI is going to be stupid, we'll at least be able to take advantage of it. So the Poles, of course, are up next. I don't have too much scouting in their regions. In terms of my heretic scouts, they're very useful against the Mongols because they don't really have the priests to actually counter me. But as everyone else, they do generally try and burn them down. Minsk under siege, Arensburg also under siege. Fair chance we're going to have to defend those pretty darn soon. So we'll see about all of that. But the main plan here today is to start moving on against the Poles, organise our forces, and somehow, yes, Koszalin and Neustetten are still under our control, which means, we might actually have ourselves a very good opportunity to start pushing forward. So I'm just going to try and grab some of their watchtowers. Not a terrible idea, actually. So let's get some more units wandering around, squatting on their towers and just making sure I have as good a vision as I possibly can. Novgorod definitely have a load of armies moving towards us at the moment. That is not good. One of my scouts also getting himself caught out. Gives us an idea of what's going on at Danzig. Not a huge army, but enough to cause us some problems. So these peasants will, of course, go down. Bit of a shame, but they've done a bit of scouting. Ooh, some roads. Nice. Arensburg it is there. Now, I have actually just demolished the church in case we lose this. Don't need any churches in these Teutonic Order towns. No. And no, we're not going to be defending this. I'm sorry. Teutonic Orders are way too strong. We're going to need 1-to-1 in terms of men, even with well-guarded towns. Well, even so, even if we lose this here, we've caused them a bit of annoyance. Well, we're going to try and hold on in this part of the world for as long as possible. Arensburg, we'll see how we can do, but I think this is probably going to be too much for us. The only advantage we really do have is only one ladder, only one ram. Maybe we can make that work for us. Let's head in. Well, unfortunately, there is no U-shaped Doom Fortress here to defend us, and this is not a castle either, so we are going to struggle. But we are going to intercept them as much as possible, much like last time. So into the ram we go, into the ladder we go, and hopefully we can take down these guys because, if we can burn down that ram, we'll actually have an actual chance of winning this. So first things first is to get these peasants into the ladder, lads. That should keep them very, very distracted. So got some pikemen at the front here, and if they're disorganised, we might be able to get on top of them. That would be very nice indeed. Okay, they're not actually coming at it now. They're coming at us. Okay, well, it's fine. We'll get on top of those sword brethren a little bit. They've broken instantly, which tells you how lucky we got last time that they actually would fight for so long. These peasants are going to be in a bit of bother, actually, aren't they? These are not being allowed into the city, which is not surprising, but hey-ho. The main thing that we're trying to do here, obviously, is we're literally blocking them with the ladders now. They've actually got the ladders. Who's technically holding them? Because they're wobbling. Wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble. Ladders wangling around. It's a bit of a strange old affair, isn't it? But oh, you got to love the wangle of the ladder. Right, well, hopefully this will distract them for a little while. These guys are never going to get back into the fight, unfortunately. And with that, that's the peasants gone as well. And they are going to come in very quickly here if we don't make a quick decision. Do you want to send another unit? Probably not. But I'd really like to use as many of these missiles as possible. What are the ladders doing? They're still kind of glitching into each other. They'll organise themselves eventually, unfortunately. Now, our corps is going to block this ram. They're going to get stuck in hand-to-hand combat. That much is true. Okay, so whoever's here with the ladder... Yeah, let's just aim for the ladder, lads, because I reckon we can do some very good damage on them. And if they're dead enough, well, hopefully... Yeah, the ram is sort of getting through the men. Unfortunately, look, yeah, they're busy fighting our men. They can ram through us, but then they get distracted by the fight. So, yeah, our routing lads are going to give us a bit of a chance here. The ladder, unfortunately, is about to make it, and that's a problem. Because, yeah, the ladder making it there is going to force us into a wall battle. But if we can get as many of these missiles firing as possible, we might have a chance. But the routing early here is a bad, bad sign. Unfortunately, our spearmen are being taken out. It's not just a few ram men taking them on. They've pretty much thrown everyone at these guys to knock them out, which is a bit of a problem. As for the crossbows, well... We'll see what we can do. We do have some armour. It's well worth noting these are not completely terrible. They've 1 experience, 1 armour. They actually might just, if we're lucky, be able to do some good damage here. 25% to 43%. It's not terrible actually, but I think we're going to struggle. They're just going to pile everyone through here. That spear militia fighting to the death, of course. They're wavering. Yeah, okay, the armour and the experience might just carry us a little bit. We need more work from these missiles here. Just shoot into the back of the pack. That's all you can do now. We just need them gone. Well, that's a rout. That is a rout. Okay, that is very encouraging indeed. Let's, is the ram actually anywhere near the gate right now? I don't know that it is. Let's just get these spearmen in a V shape at the gateway in case. No, they seem to have given up on the ram. They've got the ladder access, but the ladder access is currently, yeah, getting them shot. So that is pretty darn good for me. Can you guys get yourself on guard? Actually, no, you're... Yeah, if you can shoot, do shoot, but I'm actually quite happy with this situation right now. We actually might have a chance. Seeing as this ladder is their only way in, I'm going to send up some more spear militia just to try and relieve my crossbows. They're getting winded over time. I need to make sure that we've got as much as we can to support our lads up here. Let's get them in. I don't think the ram's going to happen anytime soon. I'll have to get down on the ground if that happens. But, okay, a bit of a poor sacrifice from these spearmen. They actually did the job, but not for the reasons that they should. They were rather shameful in their actions. Nonetheless, yeah, okay, crossbows. Crossbow, crossbow, crossbow. If you can shoot these spearmen who are standing around, that would be marvellous. Sword brethren are around as well. It's a bit of, you know, actual attacking might be good. Yeah, everything seems a bit stuck for a moment. We're not just shooting into the pile at this point. It actually makes a lot more sense than shooting back over here. Order militia and Burger pikemen, they're going to fall apart if they make it up to the walls. I think we might actually have a good chance of this at this stage. It's actually looking fairly positive. Keep these guys on guard and shoot as much as possible. They're going to shoot them in the back from close range, and that is always very, very effective indeed. There's one lad here who needs to be shot. If you can just deal with him, you might be alright, but they're just letting themselves get stabbed right now. As for all of this, spear militia are getting shot a little bit. Unfortunately, the crossbows are shooting their own men. They should really be aiming into that pile down there. Yeah, there we are. Okay. You start shooting into those. There's 21 of them. 72 order militia. I think we got this, you know. It looks really, really positive for at this stage. We've still got missiles left, and they are really starting to rout. The slow grind on this will continues. They do have more units routing. Our lads are... Well, the spearmen don't quite know how to get up here, I think. They're kind of struggling. They're at the least giving some support and getting some bodies up there. But, yeah, we're starting to run out of missiles at this point. So this is going to come down to the wire. I think we've got it. I think we have enough in reserve with this spearman here. Honestly, the armour, the experience just carries so much weight. We can't quite push these guys off, but they're now starting to send in yeah, some of their burger spearmen up here. I'm sure I just saw one of them. Yeah, burger pikemen are coming on up, and the pikemen are not designed for this. This has not got any pike fix. There's no pike on the wall nonsense going on here. No, 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 no. These guys are just getting shot as they approach. This guy's trying to walk. He managed to walk through the... Where did he go? Wow, that's special. What even is this? Come on, sir. That's not how ladders work. Oh, well. Anyway, all is fine and dandy. Like lemon shandy. I think we've got them at this stage. With the general fleeing, I think this might just be the moment. I'm going to send my general out of the city, if it will allow me. And I'm just going to go and get some men in behind them here. And I think that might just convince these guys to flee. And more importantly, what it should do is mean that we can catch them as they run away. Oh, yeah, there go the routes. There go the routes. Looks like we're going to get on top of these guys as they are fleeing. That is perfect. Just the sword brethren still fighting, which is who I expected to stand and fight, but that's absolutely fine by me. We're just going to get on top of as many of these as possible. And those spear militia are actually following them out because that's the unit I told them to attack before. No, 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 no. Chase those guys down. Chase them down. Hit those sword brethren from this side now. Oh, yeah. And that is perfect. That's pretty much going to be the battle. Just those last 14 who are not yet broken. There is victory and glory. Excellent stuff. Most of our missiles have now been used anyway. So 26 left. Well done, guys. A few cheap routes out at the front here, but the job was done. The ram got distracted. They're all forced to one ladder, and in the end, yeah, we've managed to get them running. At this stage, most of them have been cleared out, apart from Mr. Glitchy McGee down here, who apparently has a hitbox of about this ladder, which is interesting. Burger pikemen are kind of stuck up there without missiles. Someone's dead. I guess the general got killed somewhere out in the dark abyss of the far side of the map. We'll have to start using our last few missiles, I think, to finish these guys off, which might cause us a few problems. But it depends if we can hit Glitchy McGee down here. Anyone want to... Oh! It fell off the wall. What is happening in this battle? Anyway, great things are happening. Captain Joachim has somehow, with less men against vastly superior, proper, Teutonic knights, has managed to slaughter the lot of them. The walls have probably done some good work there, but look at those casualties inflicted. Absolutely glorious work. Nothing done by these numpties, quite frankly. Oh, sorry, not that numpty. This numpty. The ones that are all dead, anyway. But, oh well, job done. With the reinforcements of the Imperials on our side, then we can get ourselves organised to attack the Poles. Now, Gustav of Westmanna, our old Norwegian prince, he's got himself, well, a little bit of a Norwegian army here, lots of Viking raiders, but we do now have a few extra lads to give him some spearmen, some pikemen, one of the dismounted feudal knights, and a fair set of cavalry, because it looks like, yes, one of the Poles is going to be facing up against us soon enough. So we'll see if he decides to take us on, or if we can make it to the bridge before next turn. As for, yes, good old Sven of Milton Keynes, he's got himself some slightly more elite lads with the elite reinforcements. We're going to try and make a stupidly chunky force over there. Now, in terms of what else we can actually afford to give him, what I'd like to give him is more Pavis crossbows. Now, on the note of Prague, yeah, there is another Polish force, Captain Saucepan, heading towards there. This is very well guarded. Realistically, we are lacking a bit in missiles, so hence I'm going to get some Pavis crossbowmen in the end turn. But I can't say no to dismounted feudal knights when they're threatening to attack Citadel. Well, actually, not quite Citadel. It can be upgraded to Citadel. I'm not sure we're going to have the money for that anytime soon. Not sure it's going to be worth it, really. We're probably better off just taking their territories as we move forward. But yeah, the Polish are looking a little bit interesting, a little bit squeezed. They haven't actually taken Klodsko, which is still ours, just a little pointless village. It does have land clearance, apparently. But apart from that, there's not a huge amount going on. Arensburg have actually removed the boat from the blockage over there because I want to get some reinforcements from Abo. We can't train anything in Arensburg, so I'm going to need to reinforce it somehow. I'll send those spear militia back across for retraining when we do that, but yeah, we need to be a little bit careful about that. Getting some more reinforcements into Ravel, and yeah, as we saw in the end turn, an awful lot of Novgorod armies gathering So, yes, I wouldn't mind just making sure we're as reinforced over there as possible. Most likely, though, we're about to be attacked at Minsk. On the intern, then, it's the Poles who go first. They're just clearing out some of my random scouts here on the watchtower. Bit of a shame. I had a really good view from that. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Poland otherwise don't look like they're making massively aggressive moves. Looks like they're actually hunting down a specific army there and not the actual Fortress of Prague, which is intriguing. But yes, Teutonic Order coming in for a second. And they're allied with the Mongols. Oh, dearie lordy, dearie lammy dear. We are in big trouble here. Hans von Schwarzenberg is going to come on in with 4 experienced Order spearmen. Oh man, that is not what we wanted to see. This looked like we'd be able to hold this out for ages and ages and ages. But no, not with the goddamn Mongols are going to come in and join them. I mean, it could be good fun. I could use some of these tiny forces here, the 6 and the 4s, for example, to man certain walls and shoot these down from a distance. I don't know if they've got any equipment to head on in. We can see what we can do. I mean, you never know. He's an ignorant, underhanded, overly suspicious, crawling, cunning piece of shite. But he is brave, so that's a bit of a shame. And fierce in battle. Oh, dear. Okay, we'll have to see how that goes, because he has extra morale. That could be a big problem. They do have a ballista. Interesting. But other than that, yeah, we're in big trouble. We need some right old nonsense to defend this. But what a defense this could be.
This may be a little bad. Killing soldiers is one thing, but to deprive so many villages of so many idiots is another. No matter, let's do it!
Into battle we go then, and this is going to be a very interesting one indeed. We've got ourselves 4 here, another 24 over there, and another 6 over there, just to keep these towers on. Now, as for the actual work we're going to try and do here, they have a ballista, but it does have to take out the actual gateway before the actual gate, and I'm not sure it can do that, so we're going to try and cause them some problems with crossbows. I might actually just put these guys up here in case they want to start running around. I'm going to put these guys actually over on this tower here, just in case they start moving around, and we'll start shooting them down as they come around the walls. As for everyone else, well, I missed a unit. Excellent. There's always going to be someone hiding around, isn't there? Okay. Well, on that note then, we'll probably put you over here in case they want to do something stupid. We'll just leave this 6 standing between those 2 towers there just to keep them on should that little run around the walls happen. So that's that side of the battlefield. As for this side, we've got a couple chunky lads here just to try and fend them off. There are some peasants over in this area as well. Bit of a concern it being peasants there, but they do have experience unlike everyone else. Lots and lots of missiles, and of course plenty of units at the gateway. Plan is to send a unit out to cause some chaos. So, my brave spears, head forth and cause some nonsense. As for these guys, by the way, it really should just be, you guys need to specifically aim at those lads and just make sure that the clergymen go down. Oh, that's excellent. They just sent in some clergymen with a ladder to conquer our city. That's just what you want to see. Okay, excellent stuff. All the nonsense of the ladders is happening here today. We should probably immediately go over to this side and just see what's actually going on, because the ballista can do something, but probably not a lot. Yeah, let's just not worry about that too much. These guys, I think the main thing they need to do is just intercept this ladder, and then we'll worry about the ram afterwards, because as we know from last time, yeah, the ram will likely get stuck as these guys flee and get in the way of the gate. So let's get in the way of their ladders first and foremost. Excellent stuff. Now, what helped us originally with this nonsense was actually, let's just see if we can intercept this at all, actually. Let's just try and get on top of this as well. They're wavering, not surprised. Just get on top of it, intercept it for a minute. That's going to put it all down. That's good news. And then move back across to the ladders. And they're gone. They're gone. Okay, well, the clergymen are defeated. It's hardly surprising. Let's just make sure we are shooting down those spearmen who are going to grab those ladders in a moment. With all the archers in the world, Now, can our archers try and do some flaming work on that tower? Because I cannot afford 2 entry points. That will almost inevitably lead to our downfall. As for all of this, they're sending some archers to maybe shoot at our archers. I'm okay with that, actually. We can just shoot them down from a distance, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Ballistas potentially shooting at towers. Okay, they're wasting their time. Let's not worry about the Mongols too much. You hold back on your javelins. These are doing the standard, getting in the way, distracting from their ram. That's of interest. This tower, though, is making it here, and nothing is happening to stop it. Because, they didn't last long enough, really, to do that. Fortunately, that little extra doesn't really help us out, does it? Okay, fine. Last blast at this, just to see if we can get it burning down, but it doesn't look like we're going to pull it off. It's actually a bright, sunny day. We should, if anything, have a pretty good chance of burning this thing. It seems to have stopped right before the point where we're actually going to burn it. So maybe we can burn it yet. Doesn't look like it. No, they're going to make it, sadly. Okay, it is what it is. We're just going to have to do whatever damage we can. As for the front, by the way, this is one-on-one at the front here. One man stabbing the back of a routing lad. So that's going to be a slow affair. The ladder lads are just getting shot. So that's fine. This is going to be a slow and ridiculous affair, isn't it? I think so. We have 2 units of infantry here trying to hold against this tower force. So, we'll just shoot into them as much as possible. We'll see what we can do. I think the Mongols are actually reacting to, potentially, to that fact that they've got access to the walls now, and I think they're moving around that way, which is of interest for me. So I might want to move some lads around that way. They seem to have perhaps seen that I've got this way more covered. That might be what's going on here, but there's plenty of them still getting shot down anyway. But I might want to start getting this guy running around actually to keep some of this activated. In the meantime, crossbow militia over there, they're doing some good work, so we'll leave the crossbow militia to do their job. Maybe just run these guys over into that position and see what damage we can do to them. So let's just get these guys running round just to make sure they're controlling that situation or doing as much damage as they can. The ram, okay, does look like they're actually killing us at this point, which is unfortunate. They've got themselves up on the wall over here, not doing too hot, to be honest. But we are axemen. We'll be a very low defense axeman against their order spearmen. Hopefully the towers can just continue to do their work, but it's not necessarily ideal. Get the spearmen. If they can run up there, please do, but often the game doesn't like it when you tell them to get into a position they can't get to. What we could do is someone just reinforcing that little situation up there. That'll be grand. So they're going to pile on up. They can probably just give us a bit more pushing power. There we are. They're pushing their way up onto their tower. And as we get enough of them up there, we'll start pushing them into them as well. We're hopefully doing some good damage here. The ladders seem to have given up on the ladders. The AI likes this, doesn't it? It likes to give up. There we are. So you can see now that they've given up because there wasn't enough room. But they've given up on the ladders, and that ram isn't bothering because we've caused chaos over here. So we've pushed them into the position that we want to, which is basically, as many of them as possible are, just in a stupid place now, just force themselves into that one tower. The Mongols, meanwhile, are going to run past all these towers, which is absolutely excellent. And maybe boy us. Oh, I don't want to send the general away actually, but maybe one of these units would it be the worst thing to go and send it around? It's probably not worth it. We'll just keep sending this guy. We'll keep these towers on, or at least some of them. Bit of a shame we haven't got all of those on, but hey ho, we'll do some damage. Over at the front, the Order Spearmen are, of course, doing some good damage. I'm going to start throwing some javelins up into them. That might actually do some good work because we have an excellent shot from right here. And that might just convince them that they want to start fleeing. There's 41 of them, 38 of them. That might be the same number, actually, same unit just starting to go down. But anyway, we'll see about that. A few javelins might just help push this in the right direction. We are in a nice place, though, whereby the AI is stupidly just going for one tower, and that is the best chance that we could possibly ask for. On the note of our towers and the Mongols, actually, these archers are out of missiles, so it's probably not the worst idea to send them running around to this next section, actually, because the Mongols are continuing to move. I've got these guys just activating this right now, which is going to do something. Not maybe as much as it could do, but it is doing some damage. As for all of this nonsense, yeah, Mongol foot archers just standing around. Bit of shooting going on. I'm happy for that. It's just keeping them distracted. Not sure they can do anything in the long run. It's going to be a long ass battle, mind you. These 6 are broken and routing. That's not a good sign, actually. Get the peasants up there. We're actually losing this wall battle, which isn't what I want to see. Get the woodsmen pushing in as well. They're already over on that side of the wall where we don't necessarily need them. So yeah, let's just get everything we can to just reinforce this, because we really need to make sure that we win this affair here. Maybe send these guys up onto that position and we can push in if we need to. As for these archers, they're also out of missiles, so it might be a good idea just to get them off the wall, and then we can let some reinforcement infantry take their place. In the meantime, we can make sure that these are all in range of this guy as he comes along. Where are our units, by the way? You're supposed to be reinforcing all of this. Too slow. Too slow. Get yourselves here quicker, my good sir. Alright. We're going to continue with the javelins for now. I know it might seem like a little bit of a waste, but I think we just need to stabilise this a little bit. Shaken fresh. Just guard. That is absolutely fine. They're peasants, of course. You, likewise, get in there, but guard. You, likewise, get into them now to start pushing into them a little bit. Those archers are getting themselves off the walls. These guys need to go get themselves over there. Problem is the peasants just won't do enough damage, is the main issue we're going to be having with all of this nonsense. They're piling on in, aren't they? They really are pushing in against us at this point. We just need to do as much guarding and let the towers do their work. But we're out on missiles in general, and that's not great news. My boiler sons are going to stand here for just a little bit longer, but order spearmen are starting to actually get down off of the walls now. The gateway, well, officially they have just taken it over, so I need to be quite wary about that. But I'm just going to start sending all of my lads back to the plaza. Need to try and keep this general out of damage here, but I also want to make sure that he's just supporting these lads a little bit longer. They're piling into that tower now. We just need to start getting moving. You need to be a bit quicker about all of this. Back to the plaza, everyone, get there. I don't think we can win there, to be honest, but we can at least not rout. Over on this side, I'll just leave the odd unit like these 4 on the wall. This crossbow lad over here, they can continue to just do a little bit of damage. It's absolutely fine. Just keep them out of the battle, quite frankly. That will have to do. And everyone else can just get back to this plaza. Looks like they're broken, yeah. The walls are officially gone now, and you guys need to definitely take this route, please, because you're about to be in big, big trouble. At this stage, I've lost 38%. They've lost 52%, but that is the end of the walls working in my favour. And it looks like the Mongols are finally deciding to actually enter the city. Teutonic Order seem a bit muddled up with the tower here. They're actually finally going to enter. You are not in the position you're supposed to be, by the way. Can you move yourself back, please? Over to the plaza. Thank you very much. Let's try and get the boyar sons just running into their infantry. See what we can do. Yeah, because they can send some ruddy darn missiles in, and that's not what we want to see. So let's just see if they're too exhausted and we can get a good charge in here. I don't want my general dying, mind you, but we'll see about that. The time is actually potentially going to be a thing here for the Teutonic Order if they want to actually start piling in, because I don't think the Mongols quite have enough to do this themselves. Actually do have myself a decent little position over here. This is a bit of a trap for the Mongols as they arrive over here. Yes, exactly. So you get yourselves over in that position, and if we want to send in some other units to just go and pin them, that'll be magnificent. So yeah, get the boyar sons over there. We're going to try, do our best to get some crossbow shots in the side of those guys. There's only a couple shots left, but it could do some useful damage, so we'll see about that. But yeah, the Mongols are now pushing to try and get into the city. That means that the cavalry are all coming in. Oh my, yes it does. The cavalry have all left. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, get these crossbows back over here. That'll be absolutely fine. We're now just chunking them away over there. The bodyguards are running on him. We've now run out of missiles. That's fine. We've got something to shoot into the back. They can shoot at us if they want. What we need to try and do is use our numbers to our advantage here and get around the back of them. General doesn't seem too happy about this. He's kind of turning back and forth a little bit. I think that's our best chance with the Mongols, but the Teutonic Order are now piling in as well, just to make sure that we definitely die here today. Bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Down goes our general, but it is what it is at this stage. We're just fighting to the final on the plaza. Down goes the Mongol, though. Well, that Saracen tit is dead. And with that, who knows, maybe, just maybe, all units at this point into that guy there. Apart from you should be shooting him because you've actually got a few bolts left and that might be helpful. So we'll just see if we can take out generals. Taking out generals is always useful in these battles, but sadly, 79 to 59, we've done a damn good job here. Time is not quite going to be short enough for us, though. They are taking on those crossbows directly, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, all units to see if we can get on top of that guy, but I don't think it's going to be enough now. As the end is nigh then, a noble death for Captain Miroslav. I'd hoped for great things in Minsk, and maybe we've already achieved them. Quite a few forces have been pushed back from here, and while the Mongols really are the ones who have beaten us when it comes to the final fight here, yeah, it's going to be Teutonic Order who take over the city. And I'll be honest, Minsk is a long way out of the way for them, so that could be a problem, actually. But hey-ho, last few men, general's bodyguards are just doing their filthy work. At least we killed the Mongol, the darn fiendish bastard. But yeah, down to the last couple lads. Are you still over here? Yeah, you're just fighting to the death. The last one goes down. Minsk has fallen. It was a noble fight. Many a horse, many a lasagna will be eaten by the Teutonic Order tonight. But Hans von Schwarzenberg, with his excellent name, well, we'll have to come back and get revenge on him. As for the rest of this, let's just have a quick look at how we did here. Plenty of sustained injuries. The problem is there's no experience on this, and they're mostly trashy units. We just didn't have enough to carry it over. If we can afford to get armour, any Levitanners on our units, we need to do it. Bit of a setback, but in all honesty, it was a holdout. It was there to try and give us a base, try and cause distraction and chaos. That might mean Teutonic Order now have more to do against us, but that is way out of the way for them. It's absolutely in the middle of nowhere for them. Wow, random Viking raiders. We'll happily have them. Okay, let's just see if we can get them fairly safe. Yeah, you can meet up with these guys. That's not bad at all. War declared. Mongols and Novgorod. That's good to see. Any war with the opponents is perfect. Gothenburg. Oh, excellent. By the time this comes out, I'll probably be in Gothenburg, so that's lovely. We'll build it a nice wall, and I can go and visit the historic walls. Excellent stuff. Convert to a cause. That's probably the guy we already saw. And we do have ourselves more and more heretics. Send them to Mongol lands. More heresy means... yeah, more rebellions, I would like to imagine. And that's going to work very nicely for us. 24%, 11%, 0 down here. But, okay, that is certainly of interest. By the way, what just happened to... what happened to Lvov? That was not under siege. What happened? Game? Did they bribe it? They... what? Minsk has been okay, but what happened to Lvov? It wasn't under siege. I'm gonna have to reload and figure out what the hell just happened. So yes, reloading back to last turn. Lvov, not under siege. It didn't tell me it got bribed, but there is a diplomat there. I am slightly confused about this whole situation. I really don't like losing that on the same turn as Minsk. I mean, Minsk is perfectly legit. This is fine if it told me it was bribed, but it didn't say settlement bribed either. I am very, very confused. I might just redo that battle. I mean, it's not the end of the world if people don't die, I guess, but I might just redo auto-resolve the battle and see if this turns out differently, because that's not acceptable for Lvov. Round 2 then. This time they're going to lose nowhere near as many men, I would guess, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We're not really in any protracted war in that part of the world. Yeah, it looks like Lvov has already fallen to the Polish at this point. So I'm guessing they must have bribed it, but there is no news about bribery. There's no message. So that is very bizarre. I assume it got bribed. But that's an awful lot of troops to be bribed, and I didn't get a message. Do I get a message this time? Settlement sacked and town report, town ready to upgrade. Yeah, nothing about it being bribed at all, but that is clearly what happened. Okay, that's a real kick in the teeth. Okay, I'm going to reload my original version of that battle, that's fine. But, alright. Darn it. I guess I could kill the diplomat, but they could just do it again. I think we're just going to have to take that one on the chin. It would be nice to actually be informed that I've been bribed, but there we are. I suspect that is what's happened rather than any kind of weird glitch. But that is, yeah, bad timing, Poland, bad timing, because I've got my armies ready to hunt you down. So, okay, let's just get all of this together. That's very nice indeed. Let's get these guys moving in much the same direction. Excellent news. We'll just bolster you out with some extra crossbows. In fact, you need the crossbows anyway, so we'll do that. Fine. Good. Sven the Melton Keynes can be on his way to take care of him. By the way, Shameful Spearman has some units pop outside of it, which is hilarious. So it looks like Shameful Spearman's going to be back under siege. It's meant to be, damn it, it's meant to be. If they want to hunt down the army, they are welcome to. But yes, Poznan. Yeah, you won't be doing that goddamn Poznan in a minute when I turn up, will you, lads? Right, we've got one full stack there, one full stack to take on the Saucepan and Prague. You know what, actually, yeah, we've got this army in Prague anyway. Let's leave these peasants behind. Get these 2 units into the fortress. Let us get ourselves whatever we can just to bolster all of that. Okay, let's go and have a look at the Saucepan then. He is not the strongest force in the world, but we'll invite him to take us on this hill. That will be marvellous news. Everyone else, you're on the bridge. Now, we could move him on the bridge next turn. Yeah, let's keep shuffling them along. That will be ideal, I think. And as for any other reinforcements, yes, there is Captain Eric over here, who's got himself extra. Is that just the wrong way around? I don't know. As for these boats, are they both admirals? They are both admirals, god damn it. Okay, let's just see how this looks. Come on, you got victory. Didn't clear it out, annoyingly, but it is what it is. Right. Dankeschön. We'll go with it, but I'll go with Tak. Thank you very much. Huskels and dismounted feudals. We can use those to help us out as well. And we'll get ourselves some proper swordsmen, I would say. Let's reinforce this part of the world. This is where we want to push against the goddamn sneaky bastard Polish. Damn and blast. I'm not happy about Lvov. And just to rub it in, not only have they bribed the entire Lvov army, but they're now going to take on the reinforcement force with all of the Treachery in the world. Okay, I'm not happy about this. We will probably lose this as well and be left with absolutely nothing in this part of the world. But let's go and take him on. Into battle we go then, and they have way too many annoying missile cav for my liking. We'll have to see what we can do. Can I charge into those lancers? Not really, no, not really at all. Are they just going to charge on in to my Baltic archers? It looks like they kind of are, actually. Who are you? You are indeed the crossbow cav. That's fine. If we have to send people running forward, we'll do that. I don't really mind, but I would rather my missiles were not on the skirmish, so let's just get people running forward instead. And there we go. So yes, unfortunately we started mostly down a hill. I've managed to just wangle ourselves around to have a good starting point. But yes, this isn't really ideal, is it? Not really, no. So yeah, we're going to shoot them down. This is fine. If we can keep them busy, then I'll be quite happy with that situation. You can continue pushing into that direction for the moment. Just hold where you are. You're probably a little bit unhappy about that. If we can pin them, very pleased about that situation. Let's just go and charge down those guys. This isn't really ideal at all, is it? Let's just get a couple more of my infantry running in that direction. Unfortunately, the general's going to stop my lances hitting the crossbows by the looks of it. We will see about that. Our infantry are just getting a bit mad right now, but it's fine. It's kind of what we have to do against this many missile cav. There's a rock in the way, but our lances are going to land a good chunky hit, and they're immediately going to pull out, aren't you? You're immediately going to listen to what I tell you to do and pull out. Okay, that's sort of going to think about it. Right, my infantry are just going to get themselves back up the hill, please. Back up the hill. That'll be fine. Keep pushing these infantry on that flank. That's fine by me. You can turn yourselves around. Just keep them dancing. Keep them dancing while we shoot down at them. Infantry, that's peasants. Yeah, these guys, oh, they actually managed to hit. It's kind of annoying because the general's just arrived. But anyway, we got these guys to run in. We'll get you to shoot into them. And these guys can shoot downhill at those. But really what we need to do is just get as many as we can here back into this general because he's running on him. Get yourselves out of there. The rock's going to intercept a couple of them, but yeah, we're not going to quite manage to do this. They've given up instantly, both of them. That's terrible news. Yeah, unfortunately, this is just where we're going to be, isn't it? With random rebel forces like this sometimes. You can't quite keep them together enough. You're going to be in trouble. And that's unfortunately what's kind of happening here. Let's get on top of the general with the lances. It's not going to be a proper charge. We just need to get anything in at this point and just see what's going on. So infantry are being eaten up at this stage. It is what it is. We've got to lose this force. When we just take out this general, at the very least, I'd be happy to murder him. Let's get all units on the general and we'll call the battle a loss. And there's the defeat. The general didn't even go down into 14, but not enough. This is not a happy day. However, maybe we can redeem ourselves a little bit with this battle against 3 armies. God forsaken us on this day. Captain Saucepan's going to come in. Here's some trebuchets. There's a lot of chunky lads. This is a decent force, but it's not our strongest. It's just the one that's come out of Prague. As for the main force that's attacking us, oh, they've good units now, damn it. We're going to have to try and be sensible about our formation. It's the problem now. We've taken on, yeah, some of the factions nice and early and taken them out of the game. But at this point, I'm going to hope that we're actually on the mountain we should be on here, on the hill. And yeah, at this point, we are slightly struggling with the fact that we're having to take on slightly more advanced armies. Let's just withdraw and see if we get a better battle there. Yeah, because I didn't want to face that many at once without my generals. It's fine. They're going to keep pushing. That's fine. Split up your forces, lads. Split up your forces. Heretics going down too. This is not our most positive of days, is it? No, it is. We gained ourselves. Yeah, very nice extra heretic there. Rebel under siege from the Teutonic Order. I think we have enough to hold them, but you never know. Their units are quite strong. Do not translate. Placeholder. Converted. Not only is this man quite clearly not guilty of heresy, as the Inquisitor suggested, he has actually cast even more heinous apparitions on the priest who attempted to denounce him. Excellent! Many egg-salads were had this day. That's great to see. So let's just continue converting these Mongol territories over here. I'm so unhappy about all of that nonsense. Mongols and Lithuania at war. Lots and lots of wars starting now. Convert to our claws. Okay, good old Tobias just giving us a few extra men over here near Prague. That's fine and dandy. Now, I'd much rather this battle. This is good. Okay, he doesn't want to take us on in the field, but I feel happier about this situation here. We're going to pull... Well, yes, you probably need to actually go deal with Captain Saucepan on the bridge. That's absolutely fine. And as for you, do you want to ignore him? We could ignore him, actually, and just move on to Poznan. You know what? No, I think we want some revenge, don't we? So we should probably head on into him. You know what? Yes, we will face you in on the open field, because I need some revenge, damn it. In we go to you. A few catapults to take care of. Some annoying cavalry as well. It's not the most missile-heavy army of ours, so we're going to have to use our infantry sensibly here and get our cav in. So what do we have? 5 cav in the general. They have 1, 2, 3... a little bit of there, but we got the cavalry advantage and the infantry advantage, but not the missiles. So let's head on in. Let's get some level of revenge. A glorious battlefield for us here today. We've got ourselves a bit of a hill, which is magnificent, and there's also a lovely, lovely building for us to steal off the Polish at the end of this battle. Great stuff. Now, looks like they are quite well out of the way. Let's get my cavalry shuffling forward very, very quickly indeed. We're going to get the heavy lads maybe just to squat in the middle here and make sure they aren't doing too much. But yeah, Hussars can get straight on into this. That'd be magnificent because they are in a terrible, terrible position. They're sending their catapults flying forward. That seems like an awful plan, but they are going to send some cavalry in to support this situation. So yeah, we should probably just get the cavalry on top of them to start with. That'll be absolutely fine. Our Hussars are designed to be anti-cav in many ways because they are the axie kind of cav. So yeah, let's just hold those in place. That will be magnificent. Those are Polish nobles. I'm happy enough to deal with them. They are some crossbow militia at the front here. Let's charge into them as well. They're just sending their missiles forward. Absolutely insane. I'm quite happy with that then. Perfect. You know what, you can continue with that old situation. Get the Hussars. They should just be able to win this, assuming they don't get shot down by crossbows. You need to pull them into hand-to-hand if you haven't already, sir. Please make sure you're doing that. Some good charges going on here. Yeah, okay, good charge, good charge, good charge. They're all being dealt with. They have a lot of light units just running on into battle here, don't they? Okay, as for most of this, we'll pull this out and get these guys just to make sure those trebuchets are fully dealt with. You pull out of that as well. As for this, the catapults can just be chunked down. You can carry on with all of that nonsense. Yeah, you go and deal with those guys for the time being. As for all of this, dismounted Polish nobles, don't need to worry about them. Just make sure the trebuchets, the catapults down to 1. That's perfect. Trebuchets down to 3. They need to go down, actually. So you get on top of them. Do we need anything else with the catapults? It looks like they're mostly gone at this stage. That's fine by me. Let's see if the cav can just pin their nobles. Looks like they will. That's excellent. We've got the charge in on them. As for the infantry line, by the way, we've got ourselves a decent position on the hill. Got ourselves Viking raiders out their front. Lots and lots of pikes. We've got double lined up pikes here, so they should be pretty darn solid. And then more Viking raiders with some spearmen on the flanks to deal with any cavalry encirclements. Yeah, missiles should be in a good position here at this point. They are just being pinned. That's what we want to see with all of that nonsense. Hussars, just start running into there. That'll be fine by me. There is one more catapult back there, which we probably just want to make sure we're on top of. There we are. The unpronounceables are getting into us now as well. Cavalry are unfortunately going to take a lot of damage in this battle. It's just the way it is. I don't mind. We need to use them very, very well in order to make sure we are not in trouble. Pretty confident that our infantry is absolutely fine. So is the general going to charge into the pikes? That would be absolutely lovely if he does. What have we got here? Hussars probably just need to get back into this in a moment, don't they? Crossbow militia are just being chunked down. That's fine by me. And feudal knights, oh yeah, you're going to have a lovely charge into the rear of that general. So you go and do exactly that. Peasant archers over there, go and deal with them. We do need to potentially go and deal with those cav in a while. We are just chunking away at those. We're going to lose a lot, but it's fine. General's been charged in the rear, which is always good. I'm just going to pull out of that old affair, to be honest, but we just wanted to do a good old free charge on him. Missiles will continue to fire and send them running over in that direction. Okay, this is good. This is good. Very good indeed. You continue to chunk on them. We are not doing as well over there as I would have liked, but if we lose most of that unit, we lose most of them. It's fine. It just happens to go that way sometimes. Cavalry, yeah, they are actually getting teased by my general is actually seemingly causing a few problems there. Yeah, you get into them. That'll be absolutely grand. That's the general. We can just pin him. And let's just start getting some of these infantry into this at this stage, because I think we need not worry about that. Just get those not experienced, but those chunky guys into that position just to finish them off. As for the rest of this, let's not worry about that anymore. Let's just get into the rear, make sure this general goes down, because he is not necessarily someone I want getting away. We want to get on top of this guy. Yeah, actually, Cav. Looks like they're actually pulling out of this. Let's just make sure our Huskars are in a position to chase him down, because I think they probably will be. And no, missiles can just continue to shoot into whoever they want. General can start moving, and I think we need to start chasing them down now, because this general, he's going to get caught up by these Huskars. I think we absolutely have him caught in that regard. But let's see how many of these we can kill. Indeed, the general is getting caught out by our Huskars, just what we want to see. He is trying to escape, but it's not going to happen. Damn it, we've got you covered. And with that, we should have him dealt with. Come on, lads, you've got to be killing him now. General's piled into the back of those, and he hasn't actually routed them quite yet. No, he has. It's all fine and dandy. Down goes the general. The infantry actually caught up with him in the end. It's actually the dismounted lads who got on top. Right, continue. Everyone else left in this battle is not going to escape. We've not only won a key victory, we've taken out one of their generals, we've lost very, very few men, and we captured a very, very beautiful building indeed. Well, with that, we've definitely lost a fair few of our cavalry for that army, but I think we can reinforce that pretty quickly. Let's start heading towards Poznan and give them a little bit of a scare. Get some reinforcement cav to go and help them out. Plenty more units coming into Potsdam right now, which is good to see. So yeah, let's just grab as much as we can, and we can get them moving towards Görlitz actually. So we'll probably go and do that. We'll just leave those 38 behind. Leave some more forces over here as well. There's just a little bit more actually than I want. Let's organise this army. What do we actually want to send? Let's just grab some of our slightly better troops, and yeah, one more peasant with a bit of experience on him. You head back there for now. As for this, let's finish off the polls for today by getting a little bit more of our revenge. Some decent units, but they're going to get caught out in the field against a half-decent force of ours from Prague. Probably could do getting a general on him in time. Let's head on in, let's take him out. It turns out we have one of these battlefields where basically they can't actually scale this cliff at any point apart from this far corner over here. So, okay, we're going to start on the hill just because, yeah, let's make sure we're sensible about this. But, oh look, they look like they are going to leave their good old bit of siege equipment behind. Okay, let's take let's take 4 of our units of cav and just send them to go and intercept that. Excellent. So yeah, we're just going to block this one corner that they can enter and work our way around and down if we need to. But for the time being, time for the cav to take out those trebuchets. Whilst we're charging into those trebuchets, you might as well charge into these guys who are not set for the charge at all. We've had a long old run up for that, so let's pull out of that. And what have we done to you? Down to 90, 80 odd. Not a bad first hit, guys, but do please pull out of that. We don't want you getting stuck in that old affair. Rest of us are mostly in position. We're just missing the the halberds from the centre of the line. That's absolutely fine for me. We do have plenty of missiles back here, by the way. The halberds are obviously going to sit in this central position. Probably should get themselves into position sometime soon. You're supposed to be in behind them as well, so maybe just get yourselves there while we sort out all of this. British retainers going to go deal with us. It's fine because, quite frankly, yeah, we are already dealing with all of that nonsense. So that's the trebuchets gone. We'll just wheel these cavalry around and pull them into a bit of a missile trap. That'll be lovely. See how those Polish nobles are in a bit of trouble. Pull these guys out of it, pull these guys out of it, and we'll just let the missiles do the work. We have quite a lot of missiles here. We have the hill, so let's just get those guys running on in and pull them into the trap. For whatever reason, the odd unit of cav does seem to want to get forward and into our way, so you might as well just give them a little bit of a charge with our cav. We'll just pull those out at this point. This is actually the general over here, but we do have a little bit of a closing in traps, so we'll probably break them easily enough. You are, for some reason, just running right up to our line. Seems like a terrible, terrible plan. Works out for me, I guess. But yeah, these guys are getting themselves pinned. They're not breaking as quick as I'd like to think they might. So our cav is taking a bit more damage than I would preferred. But it's fine, we'll just get our guys moving in this direction. There we go, he's routed now, so let's not worry about him. Just continue pushing in that direction. So these cav, don't waste your energy anymore, just get yourselves back up the hill a little bit, ready for a charge should that moment come. Let them get organised, they can run towards us. That's the trebuchet dealt with, and maybe just a fun unit in behind their lines. Down goes their general, he's been run down. Their units are a bit all over the place, it definitely should be said. But at this stage, yeah, they're just going to have to run up the hill towards us, which is kind of amusing. So let's just go and get our cavalry back behind the lines. And I'm quite happy, just let them run forward. Yeah, look at that. That's my horses. Okay, it's my horses running through my pikes. It's not that good, to be honest. Luckily, though, it's not sharpened stakes. That would kill us. At this point, any unit that does decide to get anywhere near us will immediately be routed, which is excellently good news. We should probably send a couple cav out just to chase them down. You know what? Yeah, you can do that. Run down the hill and just chase them. Make sure that they are absolutely gone. There are a few cav just mined on the waves, though, so let's not be too stupid about this, but we can go and deal with these guys as they come to us. Bit of a weird and slow affair, but one day we'll make it. It looks like they might actually be running away at this point. So yes, all cav, not you. Go and charge down those guys, because we'll make it eventually. They're definitely pulling out of this battle at this stage, which is a bit of a shame. I'd rather they all die. But yes, indeed, they are indeed running, so let's just get ourselves forward and make sure we clear them out. At least that first army is. Maybe that second army is coming in for us. Not really sure. Let's just make sure this guy's running over. You can try and intercept someone. The end of the battle is basically us charging down men that are running away. It's not going to end very well for them, really, is it? They're all just routing pretty much immediately. There are some halberd over there from the reinforcement army who were taking a lot of time to actually make it to the battle, but that's kind of what you'd expect. We'll go and send some of them over to that part of the world just to make sure we finish them off. But the halberds, well, you know what, let's just get the missiles forward and they can start shooting them down, because I don't really want to charge them, the cav. As you might well imagine, they are just going to run now. There's like two crossbowmen who have ran up a tiny gap in the cliff there, who are managing to get away. That's fine, I guess they can escape. I can't bother to chase them. You know what, lads, you deserve it. We'll end the battle there. And that is a very, very nice victory for us. Again, a fair few cav have to be sacrificed, but I'm quite happy with it, really. And with that, we have at least cleared out most of those two forces there. We can actually head straight into Guerrilla Town, and I think we'll do that, to be honest. A quick auto-resolve. And with that, oh yeah, that's another city under our control. We can't quite make it to that bridge, annoyingly. But, okay, Shameful Spearman is under siege. We can, at the very least, head into there. I might have to do that manually. Maybe we'll just finish that one off next time. But for now, it's probably a good time just to reflect on how we've done today, which is basically, well, we've been punched in the nose. I mean, we did a great defense of Arensburg. Minsk, we did as much good work as we could. And Lvov, that's just a travesty. We're going to have to burn that place down when we get that for, accepting the bribe. I'm not pleased with that. But we're doing some very good work on the Poles. We've got a bit of revenge already. Gorlitz has fallen to us. And, okay, big army taken out. 2 decent forces taken out. Poznan is being pushed and put under threat. Captain Saucepan's going into our territory. But yes, we do have Skapti. Good old Svenemot Geens is on his way to take him out. I think we'll be fine with the Polish force, but they're very annoying indeed. As for the north, hopefully we'll be able to continue holding out, and we will see about that. I do have reinforcements over here, so that will be very nice indeed. Go take those back to Abo. We'll continue with the training over here, and that will hopefully leave us in a very good place where we can defend that for as long as it takes for our main armies to make it over there. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is the Nurse the Human, and this has been, well, hopefully, very soon, the revenge against the Poles. Thank you, and bye-bye. Today we're going to go for particularly aggressive diplomacy. Oh yes, it worked. Kablamo! You're always going to die, Steve. Oh! My feudal knights! My crispy, crispy feudal knights! The ram's burning! Right at the death!